everyone, and thank you for joining us today for this webinar on Windows 10 End of Life and what that means for retailers. I hope you are all doing well. My name is Luke Hersey. I'm the Procurement Manager here at Retail Control Systems, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. So Microsoft has officially announced that support for most editions of Windows 10 will end on October 14th, 2025. However, it's important to note that not all editions are affected. I'll clarify that in a moment. But first, let's address what end of life for Windows 10 actually means. Simply put, Microsoft will stop releasing new features, security updates, and providing technical support for the operating system. The key point here is the security updates. New software vulnerabilities are discovered all the time, but they are typically quickly patched to protect against potential threats. Without these crucial security updates, new vulnerabilities will remain unresolved, which can leave your system, and by extension your entire network, exposed to risks. Running a robust antivirus program may seem like a simple solution to this problem, enabling you to continue using Windows 10 despite the lack of security updates. While antivirus does provide increased protection that is important for any system, it does not address the root issue here. The underlying vulnerabilities in the operating system will remain, and if malicious threats bypass the antivirus, your system is left exposed and vulnerable. To ensure your business stays secure once the end-of-life date comes next year, here's what you need to do. Start by identifying which editions and versions of Windows are running on your systems. The simplest way to do this is by logging into each of your devices, opening the Start menu, and navigating to Settings, System, About. In the Windows specification sections here, you'll find all the information you need. For example, the screenshot shown here is from my laptop, which is currently running Windows 11. As the latest version, Windows 11 is unaffected by the end of life for Windows 10. If your system shows Windows 11 as well, you're good to go. However, if you see Windows 10 Pro, which is for Professional, Home, or any other edition, excluding LTSB or LTSC, then those systems will lose support when the official end-of-life date hits next October. LTSB and LTSC, which stand for Long-Term Servicing Branch and Long-Term Servicing Channel, are excluded, as these are the editions that are affected differently. Most of the POS terminals provided by RCS run LTSB or LTSC versions, so it's likely that at least some of your devices fall into this category. Be sure to note the version number, such as 23H2, shown in the screenshot from my laptop, as that is what will determine the end-of-life date for that system. The LTSB and LTSC editions offer extended support beyond the typical support lifecycle of other Windows editions. While these editions do not receive feature updates, they will continue to receive security updates past their original end-of-life dates. The table displayed outlines the end-of-support dates for each version of Windows 10 LTSB and LTSC. Version 1507, which is the oldest one, does not have any extended support, with its end-of-life date remaining the same, October 14th, 2025. Version 1607 benefits from an additional year of support, extending until October 13th, 2026. Version 1809 enjoys over 3 years of extended support, lasting until January 9th, 2029. Version 21H2 differs slightly. The standard LTSC edition receives just over a year of extra support, extending until January 12th, 2027. Meanwhile, the IoT Enterprise LTSC version benefits from a significant extension, with support continuing for over 6 years until January 13th, 2032. Once you know when or if your device will lose support, you can take proactive steps to prepare. For devices running editions other than the LTSB or LTSC, such as Pro and Home, the first thing to check is whether your device can upgrade to Windows 11. Since Windows 11 has more stringent hardware requirements than Windows 10, not all devices will be compatible. The simplest way to verify compatibility is to download the Windows 11 Installation Assistant from Microsoft's website and run it. It will assess your device and initiate the upgrade if it meets the requirements. The link to the Installation Assistant is shown here. Any devices not compatible will need to be replaced. For devices running LTSB or LTSC editions, the upgrade process is a little more complex. The Windows 11 Installation Assistant is not compatible with these editions. To upgrade, you'll need to perform a system reimage, which involves wiping the device and resetting it to RCS default settings with the new operating system. This process does require reinstalling and reconfiguring all software as if it were a brand new computer. As with the other editions, not all devices will meet the stricter hardware requirements of Windows 11, so any devices not compatible will again need to be replaced. If you have any devices that require a replacement or reimaging, please reach out to your account manager here at RCS. We're committed to working with you to ensure this process is as seamless as possible. A full list of our current computer offerings is shown here. Currently, we have a Windows 11 LTSC image available for the Touch Dynamic Razor, allowing Windows 10 Razors to be reimaged to Windows 11. Additionally, all new Touch Dynamic devices, including the Razor, Nexus, Fusion, and Orion, now come with Windows 11 as the standard operating system. For our other manufacturers, NCR and HP, Windows 11 LTSC is not yet available. As a result, their devices will continue to ship with a newer version of Windows 10 LTSC. The only exception is the HP Flex Pro Workgroup server, which comes with Windows 11 Pro as standard. Once NCR and HP release Windows 11 LTSC for their hardware, we will update our images and standards accordingly. Currently, HP has not provided a timeline to us for their adoption, while NCR is aiming to release Windows 11 LTSC for the CX7 registers in Q1 of next year. It's also worth noting that the hardware in devices that are not compatible with Windows 11 is quite outdated. By replacing those devices, you'll not only improve your network security, but also benefit from enhanced performance and greater energy efficiency. And that's really it. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet for everyone. It's a lot to it, but basically just want to make sure your devices are running securely as long as possible.
Thanks, Luke. A lot of great information there. So if somebody needs a machine re-imaged, they should reach out to us.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
the best way
Yeah,
to do
right
that.
now we have available for the Touch Dynamic device razors. So if you have an older one of those existing in the field with Windows 10, we can get a new image for that. Like I said, we're still waiting for HP and NCR to adopt that new version so we can get those available. But devices from them should have the LTSC version on it that still has quite a few years of support anyway.
Okay. I do have a question from Mike Lurch, who wasn't able to join us today, but he emailed me yesterday. So
Sure.
he is running. They have Windows 10 LTSC Ars Sango registers that they purchased from us.
Mm-hmm.
And he was wondering, is it possible to upgrade in place, as in updating the installed version of Windows 10 to Windows 11 without needing to swap hard drives or reinstall Counterpoint? Ultimately, he's looking to ease the upgrade by not having to replace hardware or reinstall the entire operating system.
Yeah, so pretty much all of the old Oris units we used to sell did come with one of the LTSB-C versions of Windows, so those ones can't do just a straight Windows 11 upgrade. They would need to go through the reimage process. The hardware in those, depending on when they were purchased, could be right on the edge of if they're even compatible with Windows 11, so we'd need to do a check on that to see what's in there. The upgrade assistant can still be used to check compatibility with Windows 11, but it won't actually work to upgrade an LTS, one of the long-term servicing additions. But that would be a good place to start. Just see, is the device actually capable of upgrading? And then from there, we don't sell Oris actively anymore. We don't have like an RCS image or plans to create an RCS image for them, but we should still be able to get an upgraded image from Oris that will just be their default. It won't have our changes to it, assuming the device is compatible with Windows 11.
Okay. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Have a great day. Thanks, Luke.
Right. Thanks, everyone.